Hey guys, it's Alex here from Android Headlines, and we wanted to take a few minutes and go over some of the more popular tips for the LG G2. Since this seems to be a pretty popular phone, which I'm happy about. I just didn't expect it because LG's had such a bad rep. Anyways, we're going to start off with Knock Knock, which is by far my favorite feature. So basically, you just double tap on the home screen and it'll turn it off. Double tap again and it'll turn it on. Now if you're in the app, you can go ahead and double tap the status bar up there and turn it off. So you don't actually have to go home and then turn it off. There's a few other things which are here in settings we'll show you. You've got all your gestures. So you can turn it off, knock on, knock off if you don't want it. You've also got gestures for taking calls, as well as your alarms and video. There's also one-handed operation. So if you think the G2 is a little too big, which I don't know, some people might think it's too big. For me, it's about the perfect size. You can, like with the keyboard, you can have it so it's on one side instead of throughout the whole thing. And under display, you can change the front touch buttons, which are basically the on-screen buttons. So you can change how they're displayed. You can also add two other buttons, which are the notification pull down and the quick memo, but you can't have all five. So you can have back, home, menu, notification pull down, and quick memo. At least not without root. You can also change the color. You can change it to white gradient, black, or black gradient. And you can also make it transparent, which seems to only work in the stock LG apps. It's kind of a shame to me because I really like it being transparent. Before we jump out of settings, you can also change the font type. So you've got Roboto, Serif, Pure White, Coffee, Fox Rain, Travel, and Smart Gothic. Smart Gothic is actually the default one. You can also change the size. So as you can see, it got a lot bigger. Then you've also got Smart Screen and Smart Video. Smart Screen, what it does is it's similar to Samsung Smart Stay, as in it uses the front-facing camera to see if you're still looking at the display to determine whether it should stay on or not. So if you're like reading something, it won't turn off after 30 seconds or however long you have the screen timeout set for. Smart Video is like the was it the iPause or S-Pause? It's another feature that Samsung has as well. That's in the S4 and the Note 3. Basically, if you're watching a video and you look away, the video will pause. You can also change the notification light for different things. You can also change it per contact. You can also change the aspect ratio, which I find it makes it a little bit worse, but maybe that's just not what I was expecting from this. Like if you do it for speed test, it actually seems to make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, it seems to make everything a little bit bigger, which not really what I wanted, so I don't really use it that much. Some of the other features are here in the launcher. You can go ahead and make them large icons, so that they're 4x5 instead of, hang on, I think it's 5x6 is the small icons. Yeah, no, 5x5. So you can have either 20 or 25 icons per page. You can also go ahead and if you hit a like an icon, then just drop it. You see a little purple like check mark, I think it is, that appears over there. You can actually change the icon of each one. So let's say we want I for Instagram. You can change the icon. That's all without using a third-party app or a third-party launcher, which is pretty cool. I don't see a lot of other OEMs doing that with their launchers. You can also move the app drawer, so you can have it in the center, have it on the end, you have it all the way over here. That's pretty nice too, because I like having it in the center, especially since I use a lot of stock Android devices which have it in the center. And on the back, because we have those buttons back here, OG has actually made some shortcuts with them. So you got your power, then your volume up and volume down. So if you press and hold volume down until you hear it like vibrate, it'll open up the camera, and if you press volume down again, it'll snap a picture. Now volume up will actually launch Quick Memo. So there's Quick Memo for you. And while we're on the subject of Quick Memo, because the buttons are on the back and you use power and volume down to take pictures, LG has made it easy for you to take pictures or take screenshots. You just swipe up from the home button, go over to Quick Memo, and then you can take your you got your screenshot. You can also write on it. You can save it to your gallery or notebook. You can then also share it wherever you want. Also, to get to Google Now, it's just a swipe up, just like it is on a stock Android device. And then you also got, but you have to be careful, because if you just hold it, you'll get your recents along with, you can clear all and go to Task Manager. And if you go over to the left, you've got VoiceMate, which is like S Voice, and it's not about as useful as S Voice is, at least to me. I still rather use Google Now. So now in the Task Manager, you've got all your apps that are running, so you can close them all down. So I've got about 1.46 gigabytes used of my RAM out of the 2 gigs. So about a little less than 400 megabytes free. And those are just some quick tips and tricks for the LG G2.